Hey folks, it's Tom at FrugalPrepper. So today I'm going to do a video again sitting on my back porch. It's been a year or so since I've been out here, but I'm going to do a video on how the proper human diet, how the carnivore diet or the clean keto diet brings you freedom. So for those of you who don't know, here's a brief review of my medical history with some brief additions from last year. I used to weigh like 458 pounds at my last weigh-in, but I had put on weight since my last weigh-in before I started the keto diet. I was on 300 plus units of insulin a day, plus metformin. My last A1C was in the 14s, and my highest A1C ever, I believe, was in the 17s. I had a knee that needed replacement. They wouldn't do it because I had diabetic leg ulcers on my legs that wouldn't heal. I had diabetic retinopathy. I had macular edema and macular degeneration. I had to get expensive, like $2,000 eye shots in every other eye every month. And they burned my retinas with lasers to try to stop the bleeding. I had a torn rotator cuff that also needed surgery. I had the early stages of gout, and I had arthritis in my feet. I had all kinds of doctors and surgeons and ologists, every kind of ologist there was. I felt like crap, and everything always hurt. I started the keto diet 5 years ago, and now I'm primarily carnivore. Today I've lost over 200 pounds. I feel better than I did when I was 20. Nothing hurts. I have no leg ulcers. My knee and shoulder feel fine. I'm no longer going blind, and I have normal A1Cs. I still have and have had a problem with extremely resistant hypertension. I was getting better, but I still had it. I had a stroke in October of 2023. I received the clot buster fast. In about 3 months, I made a pretty full recovery. My MRI showed 4 to 5 previous strokes. My cholesterol's fine. I've had all of the heart tests. I had a CTA scan done and an ultrasound done on my heart and neck, and many other tests. It's all fine. I have no blockages or buildup of any kind, and my BP is truly idiopathic, which means they don't know why. So why did I have this stroke? Well, I had high BP, but in 40% of the stroke cases, they never find the smoking gun that caused the blood clot. I went more clean keto for a while after my stroke, but now I'm back to mostly carnivore, but I do eat some veggies. I'm on high doses of BP medication, which has severe side effects, but I'm down from 9 meds to 7 now, and I'm continuing my proper human diet healing journey. Alright folks, I want to just do a quick talk about how the proper human diet made me a free person. So a lot of people, they think they're free, they have freedom. I used to think that. But the truth is, I was trapped in a job that I hated because it had the best medical insurance. I was trapped in there, and then I got to see doctors. Most of the doctors for free. I worked at a hospital. And so I just got one ologist after another. I got diabetic nutritionists, and I just had everybody. I had surgeons, I had doctors, I had all these tests. I just took advantage of that, and I thought, like, now I've got good health insurance, I'm gonna go see these doctors and I'm gonna get healthy. It made me fatter and sicker than I've ever been in my life. See, all these doctors treat everything like it's a separate thing. Like your gastroenterologist will be like, oh, you have heartburn. I didn't see him for heartburn. I saw him for a colonoscopy because familial polyposis runs in my family. And so, but you go and see a cardiologist, and he thinks that your blood pressure is related to its own thing, and it's not really related to your diet, except maybe you need to eat less salt, which isn't true. And then you go and see another ologist, and they assume that your little problem that you're seeing them for is unique, right? And so you have all these doctors and specialists that are looking at each disease and syndrome that you have, like it's all, now you have this, and now you have this, and now you have this. And you start to think, like, I guess I'm just a sick person. That's just the way I am. And you take the pills, and you keep eating the poison from McDonald's and everywhere else. Or maybe you are actually able to follow the American Diabetic Association diet. The problem is they give you carbohydrates, but they give you very little of them. So you can have a half of a bowl of oatmeal with a half of a banana for breakfast. Like, that's enough. That's just enough food to make you really hungrier than you were before you ate it, right? And so I always fall off of that kind of diet because I get hungry, angry, and I just go tear up a pizza bar, right? And so the problem is that you're trying to get the nutrition that you need, but if you eat a McDonald's hamburger, there's a patty in there. That's the nutrition that your body needs and wants. It doesn't want all this other carbohydrate and high fructose corn syrup and seed oils that are in there, right? It doesn't want that crap. So it has to deal with it to try to get to that hamburger patty. And you would be far better off to eat 10 hamburger patties with no buns or toppings or anything with some salt on it than you are to eat 10 hamburgers with the bun and the high fructose corn syrup to get those 10 hamburger patties that your body's really craving. So yeah, like, vegetables are not needed. I still have some vegetables, but a lot of people, they can't handle vegetables. And I think that's just because they've been way sick for way too long and their body has become resistant to that. But eating a proper human diet, no seed oils, no, you cook things in lard, in tallow, in bacon grease, in ghee, in rendered duck fat. You cook in all the good stuff, and you leave the canola and the seed oils and the vegetable oils on the shelf at the grocery store so somebody can use them to lubricate machinery, which is what they were designed for. And you don't eat those. You avoid things with high fructose corn syrup. It's made in a factory from genetically modified corn. It's extremely bad for you. It causes really big rises in your uric acid, which is what one of the primary causes of gout is. And it just really causes problems. And you just watch carbohydrates because you're probably at least pre-diabetic in this country. Most people are. And you need to watch those carbohydrates until your metabolism heals. And then you can handle occasional carbohydrates again. It might stop your weight loss, but you won't really gain a lot of weight by eating a few things. And it's amazing when you start getting the stuff that your body needs. You start getting the protein and the fat that your body needs. You don't really have those sugary cravings after a while. And you can have it once in a while as a treat. And once in a while might be once every 2 weeks for some people. It might be once a year for others. You just have to see where your body is, right? But you can still have it. And you have freedom now. You have freedom. See, when you're on the American Diabetic Association diet, you're always trying to cut back portions and monitor your carbohydrates and follow their recipes while you're getting sicker and putting on more weight. And then you can't heal. And you're like, what's going on? And you go to the doctor and you tell them, I have been following the diet. I have been getting more exercise. I have been trying to walk. But why did I put on another 5 pounds? And he looks at you with this disbelief in his eyes, like he thinks you're lying, like all of his patients are lying. And says, well, you're just going to have to exercise a little more and eat a little less. And you're like, I can't eat a little less. I'm cranky, hangry now, right? And then you see those Chips Ahoy in the store, and you're like, I'm buying those, and I'm eating the whole thing in the van on the way home and throwing the wrapper away at the gas station so nobody knows, right? Because yes, you are addicted to food, because your body's designed to be addicted to food. You need food to survive. And things like carbohydrates are rare in nature, right? They come in season once in a while. You can pick all the peaches off the tree and eat them, but most of the time you're eating meat or low carb veggies, right? You're not eating other stuff. So your body is not designed to deal with this constant inrush. 98% of stuff in your grocery store is refined, processed crap that you're not supposed to eat. That's not designed for human consumption. It is designed to fool you with salty taste, with sweet taste, into thinking your body thinks this is really good and it's good for my survival. So it craves it and you want it and you eat it all the time. But that's not healthy, right? You're only supposed to have something sweet when the peaches come in season, and you sit under the peach tree and you eat the peaches and you put on 20 pounds, and it helps you get through the winter when you can't get out and hunt. You're not designed to eat that way every single day and have these extremely compact carbohydrates in your meals. And the refined seed oils are very bad for you. They don't exist in nature. They're made in a factory. They're terrible, right? And so now, you get sick, you go to the doctor, he gives you a prescription. You get sicker, you go to the doctor, he gives you more prescriptions. You get sicker, you go to the doctor, he gives you more prescriptions. And this can go on for decades, like it did in my case. All right. And so there's no real solution there, other than the one thing the doctor won't tell you to do: quit eating the junk and start eating a proper human diet, and then you'll get less sick and you'll need less of these prescriptions until you need none of these prescriptions, and you'll be healthy. And they never ever tell you that. They told me my diabetes was just something that some people get and there's no cure for it and it never goes away. All we can do is manage it and hope something else kills you first. Today I have normal A1Cs, right? So yes, it can go away. And like people who say, oh, but if you eat a piece of birthday cake, your A1C is going to go way up, or your blood sugar is going to skyrocket. No, I ate a piece of retirement cake about a month and a half ago at a retirement party at work. I had a piece of cake and I cut the corner out of it, so it had most of the icing on it, and it was delicious. It almost tasted too sweet, but I after the second or third bite, it didn't taste too sweet anymore, and I ate it. And it was a smaller piece, but it was a pretty good sized piece. And yeah, I felt kind of crappy for a couple hours afterwards. I'm like, oh, I feel my insulin kicking in. I'm switching out of ketosis into burning carbohydrates. But I took my blood sugar. My top number was 121. 2 hours after I ate that. And then it went right back down. So no, you can cure diabetes, but you won't cure diabetes permanently. Like, you can't just go back to eating the old crap and expect to never get diabetic again, because it's what makes you sick. It makes you sick and will make you sick again. But you can once in a while have a treat like that when you've been doing this for years. At first, no, you need to stay really strict and on it and get your metabolism healed. But yeah, it brings you freedom. Freedom not to have to spend all this time going to doctors, keeping track of them on a calendar, going there, sitting in the waiting room for 45 minutes so that you can spend 5 minutes with the doctor, and he'll tell you you have to come back for some of the other problems. He can only deal with this problem, and it's crazy, right? And it takes hours out of your day, and you have to use your personal time from work to go to the doctor. And and all these different doctors and ologists just think that they're the only doctor that you happen to see, and they don't realize you have 5 other doctor's appointments that week, and now you've used all your vacation time as personal time, and you're not going to get to take a trip with your family this year, right? It just frees all that up. It frees it all up, and you are able to go out and live life to the fullest that you can. Semi-retired Bob, he couldn't hardly stand up for a minute Now he walks every day. He walks miles, right? I go out and walk miles. A lot of times on the weekends, I can walk 10 miles, but now I have to sit down a little bit more often because the blood pressure medicine I'm on makes my leg muscles go weak. And I start feeling like jello, and I just have to sit down for a few minutes on somebody's retaining wall or something, rest for a few minutes, and I can get up and walk again. But that's a side effect of the blood pressure medication. So yeah, I'm still on the proper human diet because today, on all the blood pressure medications, with the strokes, and everything I've been through, I still feel 100 times better than I did when I was 200 pounds ago and had A1Cs in the 14s. And I was on a fistful of pills, and I was on shots of insulin every day, and I felt like crap. They even try to give you things like when you become diabetic. Like they tried me on this thing called Byetta once. I took Byetta and I threw my guts up for 2 days, and they're like, "Oh, that's normal." I'm like, "No, that's not normal." They're trying to give you things that make you sick, and they have these new diabetes medications now that slow down the digestion of your food, and it makes you sick, and you lose weight, but then you end up putting it back on. Like, is a McDonald's cheeseburger really worth that? As that Michaela Peterson says, there's nothing that tastes better than feeling good is, right? I mean, you can't say, "Oh, I'm gonna have this because it makes me feel so good for 5 minutes, and then I have to deal with all the consequences," when you actually realize that by being healthy, you can go out and do things. I'm getting ready to go plant my spaghetti squash in the garden today. And I'll probably cut the grass today. And I don't know what else I'll do today. I'll probably do some other stuff today. It's Saturday. I'm going to have fun. And you can do this too. You can do this and you can be happy about it. You don't have to be sick anymore. You can just eat the right foods. Most people their blood pressure will go down if they have high blood pressure and they won't have it anymore. That wasn't the case with me. But everything else is fixed. Everything else is healed. And I'm still working on getting rid of the blood pressure, losing some more weight, and just giving that some time. But I would not go back to eating carbohydrates again for anything. For anything. Even if I have another stroke tomorrow and it kills me, today I get to live free and live how I want to live. I don't have to spend it sitting inside giving myself shots, taking a bunch of pills with no energy and not feeling like going outside. So that's all I got for today. I'll talk to you all later. This is Tom, your Frugal Prepper.